things that we would have done if we were in person. So yeah, so we will go ahead and keep this show rolling. I'm going to pass it over to Vanessa for introduction. First speaker.
Alrighty, thanks, Sylvia. So Arthur is here. He is our keynote address speaker, and I'll just read a little bit about him, and I'll kick it over to him after. Alrighty, Arthur Phalo was recently selected as the program manager for the Forest Service Volunteers in Service program, where he will provide oversight and leadership to the national program of more than 100,000 volunteers and service members who contribute to all branches of the agency. Arthur has 30 years of experience at 4 different departments in the U.S. Forest Service, including director of the LBJ Job Corps Center, forester and entomologist at Research and Development, outreach liaison at State and Private Forestry in Region 8, and a forester with Bankhead and Allegheny National Forests in Alabama and Pennsylvania, respectively. Throughout his career, Arthur has provided oversight and direction in innovative national programs, including forest landscape restoration, reforestation, biomass, silviculture GIS, and farm bill implementation. Arthur is excited and proud to collaborate with various departments and people to help build a robust national program within recreation, heritage, and volunteer resources. Arthur is an alum of Alabama A&M University. Roll Tide. Arthur, welcome.
Thank you for that introduction. I didn't get my $20 gift for the meal. I'm trying to figure out where mine's at, but we'll work through that in a minute here. So good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're located. Again, my name is Arthur Phalo. I'm excited to be here to be able to talk to the next generation of leaders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you all watched the NFL championship game last night. And now we know who's going to the Super Bowl. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited about who's going to the Super Bowl. It's going to be a good job. I want to dive right into this and just ask 2 people to come on the camera, 2 brave people to come on the camera and tell me why you chose this internship. Anybody, come on. I know that I got somebody out there that's want to be able to share that information with. Why did you choose this internship?
Yeah. So I chose this to continue my federal retirement.
To continue your federal retirement?
Correct. I already have 12 years of federal service already, so I'm gonna continue to build on that.
Awesome. Who's next?
Amanda has her hand raised, Mr. Phalo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can someone help me? I really can't see.
Yes, Amanda, you can go right ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. I decided to take charge of this opportunity because I'm working with the CBT from the beginning of new project, and being part of the framework part of something like that is exciting for me.
Awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. Let me just give you a quick quote right here. It says, "You won't see what you don't believe. Surrender your doubts, for only when you'll be able to find a way from impossible to possible." Let me say it again. You won't see what you don't believe. Surrender your doubts, for only then you'll be able to find the way from impossible to possible, right? So again, thanks for those who were sharing their stories. And whatever your story is, know now that that is your number one goal for trying to achieve, that you're trying to achieve, right? I share that with you something because when we all sleep at night or when we dream, we have a tendency to forget those dreams, right? And what's important about that is that you have to write the vision, okay? We need for you to understand to write the vision down, right? Some people say write the vision and make it plain. That's a little biblical, but at the same time, write that vision. I tell you to write the vision down or write that goal down simply because we want to be able to help you with that, right? When you be able to articulate that particular goal, we'll be able to help you with that goal. And the RAP program is doing that, right? This is what this program is all about. Let me give you a little history about the Forest Service. And some of you probably have already done this, but I'm gonna be just short to the point. The Forest Service has about 25,000 permanent employees and manage about 193 million acres across the forest and greenslands, and support the world's largest forestry research organization. All right, and we work with state, tribes, and other to sustain all America's forests for all the benefits of all the citizens for today and into the future. I'm going to talk to you right here about three things, right? And I'm going to be quick in my welcome here. But my welcome is going to be to the point I'm saying to you, I want you to be thinking about something. We have 5 core values. I'm going to speak about 2 in my speaking. I'm going to be journaling with them because I know throughout this week, what's going to happen is you're going to learn those core values. You're going to have good in-depth conversations about it. Now, I talked about the 25,000 permanent employees that are out there, but guess what? More and more of them are retiring or eligible to retire within the next 6 to 18 months, right? Which is the great need for the RA program. Since 2016, the resources program was launched in 2016, excuse me. It was launched with 900 resource assistants and has worked, and those resource assistants has worked on the forest units in every deputy area, right? And you'll learn what that deputy area is at the same time. About 32% of that number has converted into permanent forest positions, including 65 into mission critical occupation, which is awesome, right? The Forest Resources Program has a critical need, and this program has done it within 6 years. And they're going to be continue to build this program, build this relationship, so that this will be the focus of the agency. Again, I talked about those 5 core values, and all those values, core values that we have, they align with this program. Sometimes you'll get a program that only aligns with maybe 1 or 2 of the core values, but when you have a program that actually aligns with all of the core values, that is just something that's real and awesome, right? Because of that, this program is essential for us because it is helping us build our workforce, facilitate opportunities for emerging professionals, and to ensure the public this land legacy for generations to come. You know, as we continue, we build, we go through this orientation, one of the things that's going to happen is that everybody, Forest Service may not be for you. Like they say, some people say that college is not for everyone. But I think going through this orientation for this particular week, you will be able to see that even if you leave us, it was a good opportunity. It was a good session to be able to learn, be able to take these particular things with you. I tell you, I had the opportunity as the center director to host 7 RAs and actually bring the program to the Job Corps Center, well, to the Job Corps program and also to the center. And in that process, one of the things that we had was we were actually sponsoring students and we actually was mentoring students. So that was a lot of juggling in this process, because sponsoring and then mentoring is 2 different things. Normally you come in, you have the student working, but then actually have students going out was somewhat of a challenge. But the beautiful thing that came from this is that of those 7 RAs, we had 1 to convert into the Forest Service. Now, that may not seem like a big number out of 7, but that was big because our program was just being set up. And so, and I said earlier, what happens is that it may not be for you. We had of those, we had 1 to convert. We had 1 to actually go to private industry using the skills that we actually taught them. And then then we had 1 to actually go and start their own business, which is a breakthrough. Became an entrepreneur. I was like, wow, that was pretty cool too. And then we had others that decided that the Forest Service wasn't what they wanted to be. but they did go on to get federal jobs elsewhere. I still kind of track them today just to be able to see the success. You know, I speak about the RA program, and when I look into it, I think back as to how I came into the program, how I came into the Forest Service, excuse me, not the program itself. I came into it what we call STEP and SCEP. And STEP is a student training experience program, and SCEP is student career experience program. And the difference between this program and the STEP and the SCEP program is that you guys have what we call direct hiring authority. That is awesome. What that means is that if we like you and you like us, there's a possibility that in one of the deputy chief's areas, National Forest System, CFO, state and private, research, biz ops, you know, somewhere across the country, and you're a prime example of that right now because of where you're located, you can actually get that federal job and have those benefits that comes with it. Because every job you have, if you had some jobs while you were undergrad or at the same time prior to this, some jobs did not come with benefits, but this comes with benefits, and that's a beautiful thing. You know what it also means? It also means that you'll be giving your parents back some money off their monthly bills, right? That means that at least by your third paycheck, you know, you'll be saying, Mom, I don't need that. You let me pay this bill. I hope that is the case, right? We want to make sure. But at the same time, I'm not going to get too much into that because Sylvia and her team will be managing and talking more in depth about that. Let's talk about professional development just a little bit. I look at the Forest Service as though the Forest Service is a university. Forest Service University. How would that sound, right? Because I'm a lifetime learner, and this agency allows you to be a lifetime learner. And so I would encourage you as you are traveling and working through this particular process and getting with your mentor or whoever sponsors you to make sure that you understand you want to become one of those lifetime learners for the simple fact that you may not know the direction in which you desire to go right now. The Forest Service allows you to be able to do things like we call details, temp promotions. When you come aboard, you can actually try to figure out where you want to be, what's that thing, because you may have received a degree in something, but your passion may be somewhere else. And so that the Forest Service allow you to explore, allow you to, I guess from a college terminology, allow you to audit a career. And that's probably be a good thing with the Forest Service. For those who have had a job before, and if it's not your first job, I would say that, you know, when it comes to professional development, you need to make sure the first thing you do is understand policy, okay? We want you to read the Forest Service handbook, go in there, understand all the policies, what is under that was in your particular area, or at the same time in general as to how the agency runs. It's very, very important, okay? Professional development training, right? It's a thing at some point, you guys would learn about ag learning. And I want you to understand ag learning is your friend, right? There should be no such thing as I don't have anything to do, right? Because there's ag learning in there. You can go in and get certifications and things that you probably need to have some type of development. How to deal with that negative boss, right? How to deal with that negative employee, that negative peer. Well, there's training in ag learning that all you have to do is search it and you can be able to get that training and that certificate. That goes to tells your supervisor, your mentor, say, hey, I'm making use of my time, right? Until something else comes along. So I encourage you when you talk about professional development, there's so many ways and so many different things that we can talk about when it comes to professional development. But these are my little nuggets that I give to you because I've hosted, again, 7 RA, excuse me. And I want them to be understand all the benefits and all the information that is out there that, you know, be that proactive person. And on-the-job training, there's nothing when it comes to professional development that on-the-job training is the best of all, right? And so on this RA program, you have what we call travel dollars that are tied to them, right? And so we want you to take use of those, work with that supervisor and say, hey, I want to go see this forest. I want to go see these sports because I think they have this to offer me. You know, you want to make sure you come with a plan when you're putting that down to be able to do something, right? Even though we're in the COVID process right now, there's still ways to be able to manage that. We may not be in this non-travel status always while you're in this internship. So be thinking proactively how to be able to do that when it comes to that. Because you make sure you use those travel dollars. My last topic I want to talk about is just safety. We care about all our employees, our partners, our visitors that come into our office and across the board. Therefore, safety is one of our core values that we highlight in all aspects, all matters, right? So as you working at your home, right, or in the office or in the field, we want you to take time to evaluate that job hazard analysis, right? And so at some point, if you haven't, we're probably going to be getting with you to do a telework agreement. And that telework agreement, it talks about what are those hazards that's in your house, what are those hazards in your job when you go out, right? So we're going to make sure you're understanding that. So last thing I would say is that ask questions, and ask questions. If you're feeling that situation is uncomfortable, seek additional help. Above your boss, if you need to, reach out to anyone that's on this cadre to be able to help you move in that, to help you solve that particular problem. So I'm close to my time, and I'm excited that you have chosen to take advantage of this career opportunity. I want to encourage you to have fun, learn, and take advantage of the next 6 months of this life-changing opportunities. Take this orientation week to improve on your communication skills by asking questions, networking, and challenging yourself in the area where you need improvement. Thank you for this time.
Awesome. Thank you,